YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. In Hebrew tongue, it means all praise to our power of Israel, and double honor to elders, apostles, great teachers, disciples, complex scattered abroad. You sincere Akim and Aqua that are touring, a shalom, shalom.
Shalom, 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 yes, brother. We are your brothers from YAHAWAH Yahawashi out here in H-Town, pushing the good news of concern about Lord and Savior Yahawashi, God, and the great fall of Babylon, aka Birth, right? We are your brothers from YAHAWAH Yahawashi, your brother Mafia, the brother that's new with me. I am THAWADAH, out for YAHAWAH Yahawashi, to put the spirit on us, to do another lesson, be the flock. All right. The first came on to us where we're gonna go into having to suffer as a good soldier. We how about outside thing. It's pretty much what motivated us to do this. We did it early in the morning, but some technical difficulties, Esau's devices, right? But is a response to what Elder Carr talked about earlier, that warning. If you want to play that video? Yeah, what Elder Tahar said, what Elder Apostle Tahar said, it resonated with our soul because you got a lot of people in this truth that just fucking lukewarm, man. They don't fear our power, YAHAWAH Yahawashi. All right, they claim to be a teacher, a prophet, but yet they're not feeding the flock. They're not in fear because if you feed YAHAWAH Yahawashi, you be feeding the flock almost every day. So the sheep doesn't get fed just one time a day or one time a week, right? But spiritually that's going into teaching, all right, prophesying, all right, feeding our people, the elect, the believers, the words of the Almighty outside, all right. You want to play?
You're not anxious about going out there in the highways and the byways and doing these videos. Then just leave, man. Because you're going to get kicked out any goddamn way. And I'm going to see how many of y'all have done your 3 videos a week. Because if you don't, you better fear. And I'm not talking about the whole side fear. I'm talking about you're going to have to fear me. Because you're going to get kicked out the camp or get suspended. It's irritating to be around men that are fucking weak, man. Fucking weak motherfuckers, man. YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI destroy every last one of you. You weak niggas, man. I hate being around weak niggas, man. YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI Shalak Rayam to you weak, lukewarm niggas. You gotta go. You heard the fear, I'm gonna kill you, man. Motherfucker. Most High gonna kill you.
Hey man, that was inspirational, man. This morning we woke up, it was inspirational. We were just like, damn, I feel the spirit on us to do a lesson on it. Good. We even brush our teeth in the morning. We heard the video. I was like, fuck it, let's do a lesson. We did it, but some technical difficulties, but then again, it happened for a reason. All right. This is Baruch 4 and 24 and 25. Let us now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. It says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity. So just as the people had seen our captivity, the captivity of the Hebrew Israelites, so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, so-called different Indians, respected birds, which live like foreigners, right? They see our captivity. So shall they see shortly your salvation. Because the scripture says, what? It's a high time we got to because the salvation is there that they believe, right? Our salvation is shortly, all right? And so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, Yahweh, God, which shall come upon with you, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. All right, so this is how people see our captivity. They're going to witness the glory too. Lord willing, we are those very men. Lord willing, that are not only partakers of Hawashi's suffering, but also going to be partakers of his glory. Verse 25. My children, suffer patiently, patiently, the wrath that has come upon you from Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi. So thine enemies have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction. All right, so suffer patiently. So this is what the saints, the elect, the believers of Yahawah desire. We desire to see the fall of Babylon, aka Persia. We desire to see those who persecuted, who crucified our head, our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, to receive their reward for what they did. Judgment, be slain by the sword. To see people start catching pure fucking hell. All right, to see the end of Esau and Jacob, who will be the beginning that follows. That the age of wicked being no more, and the age that age of righteousness that's going to last forever. All right, we desire that, but what we truly desire at the moment right now, see the downfall of this fucking place. See all hell break fucking. Destruction and shall tread upon his neck. Literally, man, when we had Lord willing, feels like men, we get to be stepping over our oppressors, man. Lord willing. Start oppressing our oppressors. All right. So with the book of Hebrews, all right, so the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, we'll read verse 1, 2, 3, then I'm going to jump to 6 and 7. All right, King James Bible and NIV. All right, and it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So having faith, you will see and believe in things that's not seen. Why? Because you have faith. All right. For by it the elders obtained of the report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahawah Bahashamm, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. Right? Him is Yahawah Bahashamm. Right? But without faith, it is impossible to please him. And Yahawah mentioned it. Say what Yahawah mentioned how pretty much having faith besides must receive something along that line, right? But without faith, it is impossible to please him. Yahawah, for he that cometh to Yahawah, right? Must believe that he is. They must believe that he is. And Yahawah means what? He is. He exists. All right, let me read that again. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahawah, Bashem Yahawashi, must believe that he is, right? And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Man, come on, diligently seek him, all right? Just how Jake loves to diligently trying to please Eve, right? We diligently trying to seek our head, our power. Right? Verse 7. Now this is the point right here, verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahawah, Bashem Yahawashi, of things not seen, and yet moved with fear. Noah moved with fear. Noah was prophesying and warning our people to fear because he had the faith to believe the unseen. He had belief, he had faith believe that it's going to rain, it's going to fucking drown. All right, and we are the same spirit as Noah's neck. We're going to see that this place is going to be drowned by that lake of fire. It never happened. It never happened, right? That one, but we see it through faith. All right, we believe that it's going to happen. All right, so we're also moving in that same spirit. The spirit. Yep. Yep. All that wants about that. Yep. By faith, Noah being warned of Yahawah of things not seen, as yet moved with fear, prepared to depart to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. All right, we're gonna get that in NIV. Put the blue highlighter here. The NIV, yeah, NIV. It's the NIV version for Hebrews chapter 11, verses 1 through 3, and then jump to 6. All right, you got it. 6 and 7. Now, faith is confident in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commanded for. The elders, the ancients, right? They were commanded to have faith. All right? Mind you, having faith alone is already a commandment. And you got Israelites out there come out, they keep the laws, they follow the commandments, but they don't have faith. You claim to keep the laws, but you already fell in faith. You already fell in and believing in the true name, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Some people may believe in the name Yahawah, but they don't believe in YAHAWAH. All right, so you already fucked up. If you break one commandment, one law, you broke the whole thing. All right, by faith, we understand that the universe was formed by Yahawah's command. Yep. So everything was created by the very words of our power. All of this exists because of the words of Yahawah. Bam. So that what is seen was not made of what was visible. So damn. Yep. You gotta read that again. Nah, you gotta get that again. It says, so that is what seen was not made out of what was visible. Damn. This is verse 6. And without faith, it is impossible to please YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those that will earnestly seek him. Yep. Diligently, earnestly seek him. All right. You're going to be rewarded because you're moving in the fear that you have for YAHAWAH YAHAWAH, and you're going to be feeding our people. All right, the sheep with the words, the wisdom and knowledge of YAHAWAH, prophesying, teaching, instructing. Right. You're going to use your talent to teach and the best of your ability. Okay. All right. Maybe that second Timothy. Okay. Some more. Right? Yeah. By faith, Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear built an ark. Ooh, you said what? It's a holy fear. Holy fear. Holy fear. Built an ark to save his family. By his faith, he condemned the world, and because heir of the righteousness that is in keeping with faith. And this is how Noah was building that ark to save his family. He was warning, prophesying. Today, right, we're doing that spiritually. And that ark today is going to be curious, right? With the world even called UFOs. You want to get that second Timothy? Yeah, I got second. Chapter 2. Chapter 2, we're going to 3 to 5 or gee, okay, we cover them all. You can get, let's see, start from 3, 4, 5. You can get 6 as well. And then you can get 7. Then you get 12, 13, 14, 15. This is
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Though therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of YAHAWASHI HaMashiach. Verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may be pleased, or that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
That's verse 4. So I'm gonna read. What I'm gonna do is when you read the verse, you read the other translation first.
We can go back up.
Yeah, go back up.
And this is verse 3 again. Though therefore, hey, though therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of YAHAWASHI HaMashiach.
So the NIV it says, join with me in suffering like a good soldier of YAHAWASHI HaMashiach.
Verse 4. No man that weareth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
So NIV it says, no one serving as a soldier is entangled in civilian affairs. So if you claim to be a follower of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, you ain't gonna get soldiers. Yep, you ain't gonna get caught up with the ways of this world. All right, you ain't gonna be given to talk about what's going on in this world, those who are of this world, right? You're not gonna get entangled with the civilian life because, mind you, believe it or not, for those who claim to be in this truth, like you could serve in YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, you're in the military. You're in the fucking military. You enlisted in the Lord of Hosts. Yahawah of Army. YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI of Army. So technically, you enlisted spiritually the day that you accepted that you're a Hebrew Israelite. You've been exposed to the true names, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and you started teaching. You started changing your ways, pretty much, right?
Right now, you're going to boot camp.
Yeah,
learning.
Yeah, wait. Yep, you're in boot camp right now. You're in the military. And real soon, Lord willing, we get those spiritual orders to go to fucking war. Yeah, all right. So speak from example, right? When at Newman I was in the military, we was in Esau's military, but we didn't really get caught up with the ways of the civilian civilian life, right? Because what we was soldiers at that time for Esau, right? Vice versa, we wouldn't have that same mindset for our power instead.
Even more.
Yeah. You got it.
This is verse 5.
Oh, so I didn't get that. It says, no one serving as a soldier is entangled in civilian affairs, but rather tries to please his commanding officer. And who is our commanding officer? Yahushua. Yep. We're trying to please our commanding officer, Yahushua. All right.
This is verse 5. If a man also strive for mysteries or masters, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully.
To say similarly, anyone who competes as an athlete does not receive the victor's crown except by competing according to the rules. And if you think about it, those who are sincere in this, right? The hopeful elect, let's say the sincere hopeful elect, right? We're all competing for what? That crown. We're trying to get that crown. All right? Everlasting life. By what? It says by competing according to the rules. By competing according to the laws, statutes, commandments, the words of YAHAWAH. All right? And we all trying to get the crown of, we all trying to get that crown of life. We all trying to get rulership. We all trying to be part of the first wave. We all trying to be doing heirs with YAHAWAH. King David. All right? It's a team thing, but it takes individual effort. All right. So while we're all competing, while I'm competing and doing, he's competing against me, competing against all the brothers, boys, outside, competing all the like-minded brothers, right? We're all in that same mindset. We're competing against one another to earn our very own crown, right? Right? But we're all doing it at the same effort too. All right. Got it.
Verse 6.
Yeah.
The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits.
So it says says here, the hardworking farmer, because husbandman means farmer, all right, the farmer. The hardworking farmer should be the first to receive a share of the crop. All right. So all of your laboring as a husbandman spiritually, right? For Yahweh Shai, right? You're going to be the first God with Yahweh, King David, and all the elect men are going to be the first ones to have the first fruits, the first crops, the best of everything. Right?
This is verse 7. Consider what I say. And the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI give thee understanding in all things.
And you will get understanding of all things by being blessed with the Rakah, right? Holy Spirit. All right. It says, reflect on what I am saying. For the Lord Yahweh will give you insight into all this. Right? So as you know, meditate on the scriptures, meditate on the on what our command, right? Reflect on it, do it in the best of your ability, right? And you're going to be given insight on all this, how to maneuver and how to come into, how to move with wisdom and get in trouble, right? How to please our power, how about God, how to prophesy, how to teach, how to rebuke, how to do this, and how the do's and do not, right? Pretty much you're gonna be put on game. Right? Yeah.
This is verse 12. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us.
If we endure, and the elders constantly bring up that word, endure. Endure. All right. So endure goes into hardness. Hardness.
Look, we go back to 3 for that. Now therefore, endure hardness as a good soldier for YAHAWASHI, man.
Right? And it tells you the if, right? It says if we endure, we will also reign with him. So if you endure the suffering patiently, right, for Yahweh Shai, you're going to be able to reign with Yahweh Shai as well too. Yahweh, Yahweh, King David, and all the brothers, all down, right? Verse 3. Right, it says, if we disown him, if we disown Yahweh Shai, right? If we disown him, he will also disown us. So it goes both ways. Right? If you want to endure for Yahweh Shai, you're going to endure everyone. If you disown our power, he will disown you too. Right? Got it.
Verse 14.
13.
13. We believe not, yet he abideth faithful. He cannot deny himself.
If we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot disown himself. Right? So if you are faithless, right? It says if we are faithless, we remain faithful. So if you have no faith in our power and believing in him, the miracles, everything in the book, you say if you don't, if you can believe 99.99% of the things in the Bible, you have faith of 99.99% things in the Bible. That last decimal, that 0.01 decimal, right? You don't believe in that, you are faithless. Okay, so you gotta whole thing. All right, you got it.
Verse 14. Of these things, put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, that they may strive not about words, to no profit, but to the subverting of the hearers.
So what that's going into is keep reminding Yahweh Bahasha's people of these things, right? And who are the people, the chosen people of the living power? So-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called neighboring Hindu, and our Israelite foreigner brothers and sisters that look like other nations, right? Right? It says keep reminding, and how do we keep reminding our people, right, of all these things? Prophesying, doing videos, constantly doing videos. What is on the highways and byways? You're doing sit downs, you're doing walk and talks. You're putting your lessons out there, digitally on the internet.
And the scriptures say, he loved my sheep, man. 17. Study to show thyself approved unto our power. A workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
It says, do your best to present yourself. Right? Do your best as an individual.
Right? Individual.
All right? Do your best. Right? It says, do your best to present yourself to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, as one approved. A worker who does not need to be ashamed, who correctly handles the word of truth. Read that again. Who correctly handles the word of truth. Alright? When you are teaching, you are prophesying, you should constantly have that fear on you that if I add or take from the word of our power, he can strike me with a judgment right there. Alright? You got a lot of people who fear our power. You can see by the doctrine that they be teaching. It's folly, it's wicked. Alright? And they're not correctly handling the word of this truth. That shows they have no fucking fear. And that's actually a commandment. And they, bro. Yeah. It's already a commandment to not only have faith, but also to fear our power. And people already lacking that hope. Alright? Yeah. Oh, you want to get that Roman? Oh, that Roman. Get that Romans chapter 8, verses 16 through 17. And then get the NIV ready. 16.
Alright, I'm good. It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16 through 18. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit. We are the children of YAHAWAH.
The Spirit Himself testifies with our spirit, right? Mind you, the Spirit, the S is capitalized, right? So let's talk about our power, all right? So say the Spirit Himself testifies, right? The Spirit of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI right? The Spirit Himself testifies with our spirit that we are YAHAWAH BAHASHAM children. All right.
Verse 17. And if children, then heirs of YAHAWAH and joint heirs with the Mashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
Says, now, if we are children, then we are heirs of Yahawah, and co-heirs with Yahawah. If indeed we share in his suffering, in the sufferings of Yahawah, right? In order that we may also share in his glory. All right. You got a lot of people in this truth that, you know, they claim to be part of the hopeful elect, the 144K, but they can't endure that light affliction that they're going through. Right? How you claim that you want to be part of the 144,000 elect men, but you cannot suffer the light affliction that's only for a moment. Take your hand off the plow. All right. You claim that you want glory, you want to have power, you want to be a ruler, you want to have spiritual power, but you just can't. But you can't endure the fucking light affliction that you're going through. It's only for a moment. It's only for a fucking moment. Yes, it may seem like a long time, like you catching your light affliction. You know, it may be for years, 20 years, 30 years, but that's only for a moment in the eyes of our power. Because mind you, you gotta think like you gotta have the mindset of immortality. You gotta think that, you know, this is only 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, it's light work. It's only like a few seconds to our power problem.
All right, we can get that scripture back in our Baruch.
You
give my children suffer patiently for wrath that's come upon you from Yahawah outside.
So for
thine enemies have see his destruction.
Time. Suffer patiently, and soon one of the many things that we truly desire to see is
We're
the
gonna witness it,
downfall,
bro.
the downfall of our enemy, his rulership coming to a complete end. All right, start seeing people catch a pure fucking hell in Jacob's trouble. All right, see his face get nuked the fuck up. All right,
Verse 8. I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
man. The brothers that just tuned in, we're currently reading the book of Romans, chapter was it 8, right? Chapter 8, verses 16 through 18. All right. The NIV for 18, we just read, it says, I consider that our present suffering, right? I consider that our present suffering, right? Our whatever suffering, today, right? Like this current time, your life, right? Are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. I say will be revealed in us. So as long as you just keep enduring as a good soldier of YAHAWASHI W4Y, you just keep enduring, keep fighting, all right? You're also going to be a partaker of his glory. It's going to be revealed in you to the world. All right? It's going to be revealed. All right? I think that's about it, right? Did we get that Second Timothy chapter 2, verse 12? Right. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, Akio.
We just wanted to bring this lesson straight to the point, man.
Hey, endure, suffer as a good soldier.
Good soldier,
All right?
Wanted to be in this group, right?
Yep.
And suffer like a good soldier.
What's that candy? That hard ass candy. Now later.
Yeah.
Right? Suffer now, so later on you will be glorified in the day of our power. YAHAWASHI, right? All right. Chew on that now later. Keep chewing on the now, which is
So this is rain later.
nice, the low willing, the less so edifying, uplifting in the spirit, to the Akim, and the use of the aqua. All right. Keep suffering. All right. Soon suffering will turn to joy, and that joy is eternal. All right. It's not forever, man. Ever. All right. You're gonna close out by giving a bunch of all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM YAHAWAH. Honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Group of Mutual. Much due respect to the said Akim for all labor and work. Shalom to believers, to Akim for Aqua, brothers and sisters, cross the truth. And as always, like to end it with what? ETA, above all soon. All right. Jacob trouble is fastly approaching. We're definitely some beautiful times.